I'm already fucking up, man. I'm already fucking up here, man. That's how fucking angry I am. Let me do this right, man. Let me put the fucking thumbnail back on. Are we live? Yeah, we're fucking live, man. I'm not even giving you the intro like I usually give you the intro, where I just talk over the fucking music. Slapjack, Mace, and T-Bar. Boy, oh man, well, I'll tell you what, man, Bruce, when you think Bruce can't get any worse, he absolutely outdoes himself. Outdoes himself, bro. Unbelievable. T-Bar. T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack. Oh, man. Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. Who's the father of Rey Mysterio's children? In 2020, we still don't know, man. Braun Strowman and Kato in Raw Underground was a complete disappointment, but it's Braun Strowman. And Zelina Vega blocked me on Twitter because I said she didn't deserve a Raw Women's Championship, man. All this plus so much more, right here on the #1 podcast in the IWC. This is Off the Script. Is this what you want? This fucking foliage? Is this what you want? Mr. Dips? Is this what you want? Me standing in front of EC3 buying designer coats? Is this what you want? Me sitting in some hipster hotel in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, fluffing pillows? Is this what you want? I don't believe this. This graffiti art, hipster hotels, avocado toast. All I want is a fucking Guinness. An ice cold Guinness. What the hell does that mean? Oh, this is what you wanted. This is your Monday Night Raw review right here on Off the Script. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Monday Night Raw Clash of the Champions. Trash is what I fucking call it. This show is absolutely egregious to everybody that calls themselves a fan of WWE, man. Listen, I'm getting tired of being negative. I really am, but they leave me no choice. And then when I say something, people have a problem with the fact that I'm speaking facts and that I'm relaying the reality of the situation here. This show is absolutely an embarrassment on every level. I am absolutely ashamed, more ashamed than I've ever been in my entire life as a WWE fan. I am more ashamed. And this is sad coming from, these are the fucking people running the show, man. They should be listening to somebody like me. They should be looking at me. Oh, man, he's been watching the fucking product for over 30 years, man. What are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? Why are we moving in such an opposite direction from where we really need to be? I've never been more ashamed of the actual product creatively than I have been this year. I said it in 2019. I said it in 2018. I said it in 2017. How much more worse can WWE get? They possibly can't get worse. The next year, from 2017 to 18, they got worse. From 18 to 19, they got much worse. From 19 to 20, this is absolutely by far and away the worst I've ever seen them, ever. Ever. So much so it blows away 19, 18, and 17 collectively. That's how fucking terrible it is. Awful. Absolutely terrible, man. This show makes me sick. And I think it was the last match on the show that really got my blood boiling. So, Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon think it's a good idea to rename Dominik Dijakovic, Dio Madden, and Shane Thorne to Slapjack because everybody's going to take him seriously with fucking Slapjack as his name. T-Bar, I don't know if he's a wrestler or if he's starring as an extra in a fucking hip-hop video. And Mace. Sounds like a thug from the fucking Gotham series. Sounds like he should be one of fucking Bane's thugs. Mace. He looks like fucking Bane. WWE clearly hasn't gotten over their infatuation with the fucking shit that they did with Dean Ambrose. Him coming out wearing Bane's fucking fur coat and Bane's mask. Somebody clearly in creative loves Batman. I love Batman too, but Jesus fucking Christ, man. Christopher Nolan's in the past. What are we doing here? What are you going to rename Medium? What are you going to rename Mercedes Martinez? These are the names that they should have been brought up with. Why are you going to change Dominik Dijakovic? Shorten his fucking name, for Christ's sakes. Don't go out there and change his name fucking completely. This guy's a world-class athlete. You're hiding him under a fucking mask. And then you're changing his goddamn name. I don't give a fuck what anybody clips. I don't give a shit what you say about me. You could all fucking kiss my ass. Honestly. This thing is dead. Dead. If I wanted to go watch a Slipknot cosplay, I'd go watch him at the Download fucking festival and make the trip out there. Jesus fucking Christ, Corey Taylor's probably laughing in his sleep tonight over this fucking shit. My God, man. My God. Yeah, Dio Madden's really gonna get over with fucking T-Bar. Look at how impressive he looks. Look at how great Dio Madden looks on WWE TV. You're gonna rename him T-Bar? T-Bar. I need a fucking bar after watching 3 hours of this fucking garbage. Slapjack. That doesn't tell you where WWE positions Shane Thorne in their rank. I don't know what the fuck does. I don't. Unreal. Dead on arrival. I was a fool. I came out and said, first of all, I made the Slipknot comparison, which I know is going to be running fucking wild like wildfire in the community. Everybody fucking attributes these guys to being a fucking 5-man band. Slipknot wannabe fucking cosplay. Then they show up on Monday Night Raw. They got a match with the Hurt Business. Bruce, you fucking geek. What are you doing, man? 30 years in this fucking company, and you still are a clueless hack. You're a fucking clueless hack, is Bruce Pritchard. I don't know. You put the Hurt Business in 6 fucking segments tonight. Number one, that's your number one mistake. Never mind the fucking Retribution bullshit. Hurt Business, how many segments did they have tonight, man? WWE seems to love quantity over quality. You do realize that. You know, the Hurt Business is the best thing on Monday Night Raw, so clearly somebody in WWE Creative got a wind of this. Oh, man, the fans love the Hurt Business. They're loving with MVP and Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, they're happy to see back on TV. They're happy to see Cedric now, right? How many segments did they get tonight? You do realize that the more you parade the Hurt Business out there, no matter how great of an addition they are to Monday Night Raw, the more you parade them out there and give them 6 segments on a Monday Night Raw like you did tonight, the less of an impact that they're going to have. Why are you running your best group in WWE right now? Why are you running your best act on Monday Night Raw right now into the ground, knowing that inevitably, if you continue following the steps that you're doing right now, it is going to get boring. Nobody's going to look at them the same way. They're not going to be unique. They're not going to be special anymore if you parade them out there 6 fucking times. So that's your first fucking mistake, Bruce Geek Pritchard. Okay? Number 2, aren't they a heel faction? They're a heel faction. Weren't they feuding with Ricochet and Apollo Crews? You can't get any more babyface than fucking Ricochet. Buried, but he's a babyface. So you feud them with Ricochet and Apollo Crews, and then you parade them out there in the main event as a heel faction against Retribution that is clearly a heel faction. Please, Bruce, I'd love for you to educate me, bro. Who am I supposed to cheer for? Who exactly am I supposed to cheer for? I don't know. There's fucking 6 heels in the ring. No, but you want me to cheer for the Hurt Business because they're cool, right? I'm not falling for that bullshit anymore. I need babyface versus heel. Otherwise, why the fuck never mind me, why is a casual viewer going to care about this feud? And by the way, here's an additional asterisk on top of my argument. Isn't the Survivor Series in November? Why are you giving away a potential Survivor Series match in the middle of September with absolutely nothing on the line? Is what I want to know. What are we doing for Survivor Series? Oh, I'm sorry, Bruce. You can't even fucking figure out what you want to do in the 3rd hour of the fucking show on tonight's show. Never mind fucking 2 months from now. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. So that's the issue I have there. And then the ending sequence that you did, my God, man, how many fucking big wolf pack-like brawls are we going to see to end a Retribution segment? And then you did all that for what? An RKO? You did that to sell a Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton ambulance match at Sunday's pay-per-view. You did all of that. You set that match up for an RKO. That's what you're telling me. You ruined a potential Survivor Series main attraction match for a sequence between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton that we've seen 12 times before tonight. I don't really understand the logic here. Please, I would love someone to elaborate on why that was set up just to see Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre sell what we already knew was the WWE Championship match, as if the fucking 16 punt kicks and RKOs and Claymore kicks weren't enough. Unreal. And then you wonder why I shit on the show. Dominik Dijakovic. His name is now Mace. I don't know how the fuck anybody is going to look at him as a serious threat. I don't give a shit how he disguises his voice. I don't give a shit if he looks like Slipknot, a member of the fucking Foot Clan. I don't give a shit if he's training with Tozawa's ninjas. I don't care. He's going nowhere with that name. Mia Yim, Mercedes Martinez, Dio Madden, Dominik Dijakovic, and Shane Thorne. They all came from the same place. I seen Mia Yim in a match against Shotzi Blackheart 2 weeks ago. I seen Mercedes Martinez last week in a steel cage match. Or 2 weeks ago in a steel cage match with Rhea Ripley. What are you gonna name them when their time comes to be revealed as whoever they are now on the main roster. Didn't they all come from Full Sail University? Why am I going to believe all of a sudden that I just watched these men and women on NXT TV literally within a 2 to 3 month span, and now all of a sudden their names are changed on the main roster? Why? Why? The only thing that I could really figure out here as to why their names were changed, because WWE doesn't have a fucking clue on what to do with Retribution. Whoever came up with these names needs immediate termination. Absolutely. You buried 5 careers tonight. 5 careers tonight with the fucking stunt that you pulled simply with a name change. Nobody on this planet, in this business, in this industry, will take them seriously. They will never main event anything with those names. Never. Now, granted, I gotta look at it from all angles here. Maybe this is just their name for now. Maybe they'll go back to their old stage names when this thing is dead and buried. I hope. But I'm not giving them that much credit. I'm not giving WWE the benefit of the doubt. Then they started the show off. Listen to this. This is the funniest thing of all. Never mind the fucking name change. This is the funniest thing of all. These people were in the ring on SmackDown months ago with chainsaws. They were in the ring with chainsaws, graffiti, sledgehammers, lead pipes. They were breaking Performance Center windows. They were setting shit on fire. So WWE comes out today. Now, granted, I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm never giving these fucking people the benefit of the doubt. Now, granted, maybe there is a continuation in the storyline here that we don't know yet. But again, this is WWE, folks. Something like this will easily be glanced over and not mentioned ever again. They were on Monday Night Raw to start the show. And apparently WWE gave them contracts. WWE gave these 5 men and women contracts to World Wrestling Entertainment. Now, who the fuck would do that? Who has the power to do that? I only know of 3 people. Vince, Stephanie, and Triple H. And that is it. Now, is this a rebel NXT faction sent by Triple H to infiltrate the main roster? I don't know if that's the case, but it's certainly not being written by somebody like Triple H. Otherwise, this thing would have made some sort of sense, because Triple H isn't a fucking idiot. Now, it could certainly end up being that way. Again, I'm not giving them any benefit at all. But who the fuck signed them to contracts? Why would any upper management in WWE give these men and women contracts to their company? Do they think all of a sudden, because now that they have contracts, the chaos is going to stop? Are you fucking serious? Who on this planet thought this made sense? Clearly somebody is not thinking at all. And by that logic gap alone, Bruce, logic gap as big as a fucking crater on Jupiter, Pritchard. That's who fucking thought of it. Who thought of that? That is the biggest logic gap I could possibly ever conceive of. Who gave these people contracts? Why would they get contracts when they've been nothing but detrimental to the WWE? If I'm WWE, I'm seeking that these men and women get arrested. Not given fucking contracts and then money behind said contracts to perform for you. My God, what a fucking failure. What a failure. I'm ashamed. I'm absolutely ashamed. And I'd love somebody to refute anything that I just said here. Really, please, I dare you. I fucking dare you to refute me. You can't. Because it doesn't make any sense. And don't even try to make sense of it, because you'll make yourself look like a blithering idiot. WWE has killed these guys dead on arrival. Now, JD, is there one positive about this? Yes. Now we have clear understanding as to who they are. I've been saying it for weeks. These guys need to unmask. WWE just gave them new masks over the old masks. Now we really know who they are. But WWE, instead of unmasking them and presenting these men and women to WWE audiences around the world, they gave them new names. So no matter what I asked for, WWE went and killed them. I asked for them to be unveiled. It finally happened. And then WWE gave them new names that inevitably will kill their careers. Kill them. Kill them. Please put your Batman infatuation in the closet and bury it. It doesn't belong on WWE television. It's even happening on SmackDown with Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. It's the Joker to Alexa Bliss playing Harley Quinn. I mean, somebody in this company loves Batman. I'm not watching a fucking comic book. I'm watching men and women out there in engaging storylines. I don't need you to go into your vault of ripping shit off from other universes and applying it to WWE television. That just shows you that WWE, like I've said for months, is creatively bankrupt. This place sucks. This company sucks. This show sucks. Everybody that writes and has anything to do with this show fucking sucks. I hate this show with a passion. I hate this show with the fire of a million suns. I hate Monday Night Raw. I don't know how anybody can genuinely sit there and not complain about anything on this show, man. Really, you are an absolute zombie. You are the worst of the worst. You are the epitome of why this product is fucking as miserable as it is, man. I don't really understand it. I don't. This is your weekly reminder that Bruce Pritchard needs to be fired. I don't give a shit who's watching me. I don't give a fuck who on the roster is watching me, ready to block me. You can kiss my fucking ass, man, really. Bruce Pritchard needs to go. In every sense of the word, Bruce Pritchard needs to be fired. And then people are telling me, JD, what good would it do if Bruce Pritchard is fired? He's just going to be replaced with somebody else who sucks Vince McMahon's cock. Yes, but right now you don't understand. We got Vince McMahon Jr. in Bruce Pritchard on this show right now. Number 2 in command. We already have a Vince McMahon on this show. We don't need anybody else like him doubling down on his ideas on the show. We need somebody that's going to fight him on these ideas. We need somebody that's going to fight him on what is right and what is wrong. That is not happening on this show. That is not. Bruce Pritchard needs to go. There's no earthly reason why this man needs to be affiliated with anything pro wrestling in the WWE, pro wrestling period, but WWE in 2020. You know, you may have had a fun run with yourself 25 years ago, but this ain't the 1980s anymore, Bruce. This is 2020. Your ideologies and your methods and who you think is a superstar, who's not a superstar, isn't working, bro. It's not. Clearly, your writing technique and what you think is right is completely wrong. Maybe you should start writing for the fucking fans and not writing to appease Vince McMahon's hard-on. That's what you need to do. Vince McMahon's hard-on doesn't matter here, man. He could go flaccid. He can go soft and go sit in a corner somewhere and fucking count his millions. Because he ain't a billionaire anymore. Or he ain't on the Forbes fucking top 50 or top 100, whatever the fuck he was. He missed the Salrex mentioned it to me. He'll probably text me. He ain't in the top richest men in the world anymore. He ain't. He's falling hard. He could go count his fucking money. But man, oh man, this company, this show, Friday night as well, needs some sort of cleansing. It really does. These shows need a fucking cleansing. I don't know what that's going to take. But this show tonight, completely just idiotic in every sense of the word, man. I know there are people that feel my pain. I know there are people out there that feel my anger. The top 400 list, somebody's saying. There you go. He didn't even make the top 400 list. Why is that? Because he doesn't know how to run his own fucking company. That's why. Monday Night Raw's terrible. We're going to go over what happened on the show tonight. I got news and rumors. I got news on Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, a potential spoiler for what's going to happen at Clash of Champions. No longer top 400 richest in the world, says Salrex. Ha! Why is that? Maybe he should find somebody that actually knows how to run and write his fucking television shows. Then maybe he'd break into the top 400. Anyway, we got a lot to go over on the show tonight. Angel Garza, Andrade, once again tag team contenders for the Street Profits. Yes, because we haven't seen that. How many fucking times, man? How many times have we seen this match? Every single week in some shape or form coming out of WrestleMania. Unbelievable. Seth Rollins apparently says that Rey Mysterio is not the father of his children, because we're going back to that. Creatively bankrupt is WWE creative. We got Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee again. How does it feel, Mr. Lee, to be working under Bruce and be limited Keith Lee? Every single Keith Lee match consisted of Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton in the first month and a half, while WWE stripped him of all coolness and all identity. I feel sorry for Mr. Lee. I see he's going gray on the side, man, where his beard, where his sideburns start. But I'm not surprised because he's on Monday night. That's why. What else do we got? Mickie James and Zelina Vega. We'll talk about that. Cedric and Apollo Crews, Daba Kato and Braun Strowman, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax against Lana and Natalya again. Meanwhile, some geeks in the community said, "Oh, it has nothing to do with Miro, man." Really? Lana went through a table last week, Lana went through a table this week, but it has nothing to do with Miro. Right, geek? Sure it doesn't. Asuka versus Peyton Royce. And then we got Retribution and the Hurt Business in the main event. This show is fucking terrible, man. I'm looking over these notes, man. This show is absolutely god-awful in every sense of the word. You bask in his mediocrity. Is Keith Lee. Limited Keith Lee, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you guys so very much for joining me this evening, man. I got that rant off my chest. I feel good. I feel good, man. I need a sip of my Moscow Mule. Seriously. Oh. Definitely needed one after this type of show tonight, man. Seriously. Anyway, I thank you guys for joining me on the podcast. This is Off the Script, a brand new week of content. We got Clash of Champions coming up this Sunday. I'll be live tonight. Obviously, I am live here. We'll be live on Wednesday with AEW. Big AEW Dynamite. I'll have Jesse with me as always. I might be live for NXT. They're another fucking just bag of illogical booking. I don't know what the hell's going on in NXT. Apparently, there was a major COVID outbreak. A major COVID outbreak in Full Sail University. And look, my best friend just texted me, "Pete, Raw is terrible, man. What the fuck has happened to this show?" he says. What happened to this shit? Bro, I don't know. I have no idea. No idea what had happened. Bruce happened. That's what happened. Bruce fucking Pritchard happened. I'm going to blame him because everybody blamed Paul. I'm blaming Bruce because we all know who the number one culprit is, but we know that culprit ain't going anywhere. Now we blame Bruce, just like everybody blamed Paul. Meanwhile, if Paul was there and really in control of Monday Night Raw, I guarantee you this would not be the show that we get. But Vince McMahon wants people in there that are going to run the show and run the ship like he would run it, and Paul Heyman doesn't fit into that criteria. Paul Heyman is a thinker. Paul Heyman loves going outside the box. Paul Heyman knows talent. Bruce Pritchard clearly does not. Bruce Pritchard is a salty motherfucker. He is a salty, petty bitch, is Bruce Pritchard. He's got to go. Oh, man. Yes, like I said, live on Wednesday, live for NXT. They got a whole new bag of problems over there. Something happened with COVID inside Full Sail. I'll probably end up reporting on that this week. It's big enough that I might go live on Thursday with an NXT review. And then Friday for SmackDown. Saturday, we got Off the Script. And then Sunday, the pay-per-view. Trash of Champions. So I'll be live all week, guys, and I thank you so very much for joining me. Follow me on social media, man, at JD from NY206. That is on the Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications, man. If you love the heated rants already on the show, hit that thumbs up. Helps out the channel. We are at 470 likes. Let's get it to at least 750 before the stream ends, man. That is your goal. Let's do it, man. Every thumbs up counts. If you want to go and watch any other videos that you might have missed on the channel, links are down below in the description of this very video. That includes last week's Raw, AEW, some extras, and Saturday's podcast, Off the Script 343, Wobbly Walrus on SmackDown. Inside the Firefly Funhouse was created by Bruce Pritchard. Petty Bruce created Wobbly Walrus. Why is that? Because Paul Heyman is now back in a superior role on WWE television when everybody thought that they got rid of him. But Bruce is now running both shows, and Bruce is abusing his power. That's just the way I see it, because Bruce is a petty bitch. Bruce Pritchard. Anyway, go and check all that stuff out. Links are down below in the description of this very video. If you want to show some support, man, you could certainly do that. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. That is number one, Patreon. You guys can go and get your t-shirts. T-shirts are still on sale, will be on sale for the foreseeable future, man. Bonfire.com is the exclusive home of JD is NEGAN 2020, as well as all other designs on the website. The exclusive home and online shop of Off the Script. So go and get that. Mouthmasker.com/OTS for your new black Off the Script masks. Go and get your face coverings, man. That is there for you. And as always, the podcast today is sponsored by Harry's, man. Harry's.com/script. If two of you guys today, man, seriously, I mean this wholeheartedly. If two of you guys actually go out and get your value trial set from Harry's.com/script, not only are you going to get the best shave of your life, but you're helping out the podcast, man. Every sign-up shows Harry's and shows the company that we are the best at what we do, man. So go and get your free trial set today. All you guys got to do is pay the shipping and handling. That is Harry's.com/script. We'll talk about them a little bit later in the show. Let's get on with it, man. Let's get on with it and hit Monday Night Raw. At the top, we got Mia Yim. By the way, first of all, Tom Phillips was back on commentary. We had Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton, and we had Jerry the King Lawler back on commentary. Now, Samoa Joe was not there. He was not there last week. I don't know what had happened. I got my ideas. I'm not really in a position to say so because I don't know. I don't want to throw false information out there. But it's probably a reason that WWE will never give you. You'll never know. Nothing's been reported about Tom Phillips being out for 2 weeks or Samoa Joe being out for 2 weeks. But normally when you are somebody like that in a commentary position and you're out for 2 weeks, something's wrong. I don't know if it's COVID related. I don't know if it's in Joe's case, a contract situation. I don't know. Maybe he's the leader of Retribution. Maybe. I can't see any one of these fucking geeks leading Retribution. Not with names like that. I can't. So maybe we see Samoa Joe back on WWE television next week. Maybe at the pay-per-view. We don't know. But that was the commentary team tonight. Mia Yim. She, luckily, fortunately, did not get a new name tonight. She took off her hood and revealed a face mask that doesn't cover her eyes, which her facial features are very distinguished. So you knew right away that it was Mia Yim. She had the blue hair and everything. You knew it was Mia Yim right from the jump. Even before tonight, you knew it was Mia Yim. She said to WWE management, you think your company is safe because you gave us contracts. Think again. She said their superstars are driven by women, but her brothers and sisters are done being stepped on so they can get some imaginary brass ring. When was the last time the glass ceiling and the brass ring were mentioned on WWE television? Probably never. You never really hear about it. I really don't know when the last time that was mentioned in a promo on WWE TV, probably when CM Punk was still there, cutting the goddamn pipe bomb. I don't think I've heard it since CM Punk, but we heard Miro say that on AEW television. I find it to be quite the coinky-dink here that Miro said something about brass rings and glass ceilings 2 weeks ago on Dynamite, and now all of a sudden WWE's putting that verbiage into their promos on Monday Night Raw. Why? They don't exist. The brass ring and the glass ceiling do not exist. So stop reaching for them. Ricochet apparently thinks they're still there, but I got something to tell you, Mr. Ricochet. They're not there. The brass rings that you seek, AEW or New Japan, either one of them. I'm sure either company would be happy to have you. So, they're tired of being stepped on so they can get some imaginary brass ring. Then we got Dominik Dijakovic. Mace. He says that they are there to destroy the WWE and rebuild it in the image of Retribution. Kind of sounds like what Johnny Gargano is doing in NXT. He's rebuilding NXT in the Gargano image. And they will do it by draining the lifeblood of the company. Oh, really? I know something about having my blood drained. Just watch Monday Night Raw 3 hours every fucking Monday. Your blood, your soul, your life is taken from you every single week. I know a thing or two about having the lifeblood drained from me. Mr. Dijakovic. He blamed them for being the sickness that is responsible for the infestation of this hellhole. He's got that right. Anything with Bruce Pritchard's name associated with it and Vince McMahon running the show is absolutely a fucking hellhole. Said they do it for fame and fortune so they can collect their paychecks like whores. He said they will make them pay for their sins just like WWE makes us pay every fucking Monday and Friday because they are the judge, the jury, and the executioners. Hurt Business came out. Tom Phillips said they volunteered to represent WWE and stand up to Retribution. Saxton said it was welcome to see Hurt Business. So Hurt Business entered the ring. Retribution immediately escaped. MVP took the microphone and said he thought they'd stop running their mouths as soon as they got their contracts. He said they have an opportunity to be on the business side of some hurt. Lashley said they'll enjoy taking them down later. Reinforcement members of Retribution ran out and outnumbered the Hurt Business. They were all banging on the ring. There was one big brawl to start Monday Night Raw. Phillips said it was chaos, and Saxton was asking somebody to come from the back and help clear out this chaos. And then they go to commercial break. Now, the commercial breaks, man, I don't know what's with the commercial breaks as of late, but they are being placed in the most odd and bizarre ways and the most weirdest spots on the show. They just don't feel right as commercial cuts away from the action. So that's that. Number two, when we returned from commercial break, they were all gone. Who cleared them out? How did they get out there to clear them out? Who cleared them away? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? It's just so fucking formulaic and scripted. WWE would have probably been better to have the melee still continuing on into the back when they came back from commercial. All of a sudden, Tom Phillips is just sitting there like a good little fucking soldier while Retribution, the Hurt Business, and everybody else that came out there, as far as Retribution is concerned, is not on screen anymore. It just looks so fucking amateur. It looks stupid. So I hated that. And it's the same shit, man. This wolf pack mentality to break down whoever Retribution is going up against. It's lame. It's not exciting. It's not chaotic. It's very same old WWE writing. Nothing about it is exciting. So spare me the bullshit. Oh, yeah, 2 months to get this right, and you failed. It's the same shit every single week. I'm done. I'm done with the rinse and repeat. Who gave them contracts? Who gave them contracts? Somebody clearly gave these guys contracts. Are they in cahoots with Retribution? Is it Triple H leading an NXT faction that he renamed to take down WWE? I don't know. Maybe he's pissed that they moved him to 2 hours live on Wednesday night to combat AEW, knowing that he would fail every single Wednesday. Is that the reason he is seeking retribution? Quite possibly. I know that's not the case, but it certainly evens out the storyline here as to why they're here and who they are, because they all came from NXT. Who gave them contracts? Vince. Vince gave these guys and rewarded them with multi-million-dollar contracts to perform on his show after they destroyed the Performance Center, destroyed Full Sail, and continued to wreak havoc on Monday and Friday night. So you reward them with contracts and a pay raise. Is that what you're telling me? I find that very difficult to believe. And who did it? Who did it? Why did they do it? Is someone working on the inside with Retribution? Do they have another leader that we don't know of? All these answers, man, all these questions, no answers. None. Just a ton of illogical garbage, man. And then the Hurt Business. You bring the Hurt Business out there, and they're acting like baby faces when we all know that they're heels. You put Cedric Alexander in a match against Apollo Crews. Cedric is a heel against Apollo Crews being babyface. And then you put them in the main event against another heel faction pretending that they're baby faces. Now, I get it. There's no live fans. And I'm sure if the Hurt Business was in front of a live audience, they would probably be getting cheered. But as of right now, you can't play both sides of the field with the Hurt Business. You can't do that. There's got to be a babyface and there's got to be a heel. And in Retribution's case, they are anti-WWE. So they should be the heels. Hurt Business is not a babyface faction. They're not. So I don't know who thought that made sense, but that looks fucking stupid. So I just want to get that out there. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, man. It really doesn't make any sense. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Rey Mysterio with his wife and daughter. She asked how it feels to watch Dominik go after his first title. So Dominik is going after his first title, is what they want you to believe. But wasn't this guy in a match with Seth Rollins just a couple of weeks ago? And if he won that match, he'd be added to a triple threat match to challenge for the number one contendership for Drew McIntyre and the WWE title. So he had a title opportunity, or at least a title, I guess, a couple of title opportunities, an opportunity to get to a championship match. But that, in my eyes, is still an opportunity at the title. And then they want to shill to you today that it's his first title opportunity. If he wins this match, he's the number one contender for the tag team championships. No. He had a title opportunity already, and it was in that match against Rollins that he lost, which Rollins went on to that triple threat match, and he lost. So spare me the bullshit. It's like WWE doesn't realize what happened 2 or even 3 weeks ago before this show. He said it's an honor to see his son follow in his footsteps and win a title in the WWE. Great. Dominik is nowhere near ready for a title, period, in the WWE. You know what title I would love to see Dominik go for? The fucking Cruiserweight title. What is being done with the Cruiserweight title? Nothing. That's the title that is very synonymous with Rey Mysterio. Not the fucking tag team titles. The Cruiserweight title. Santos Escobar's got nothing going on. Maybe he's one of the people that got COVID, and probably the reason why Legado del Fantasma has not been on TV. Maybe. But I'd love to see Dominik go for the Cruiserweight title. I mean, that would make sense. That would actually be a hell of a fucking match. But WWE clearly doesn't know how to write television captivatingly. Street Profits, speaking of the opposite of captivating, the Street Profits, who I adored in NXT, no longer. As soon as you go to Monday Night Raw, forget about it, man. Everybody feels my wrath. They made their way to ringside for commentary. Angel Garza and Andrade versus Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy versus Dominik Mysterio And Humberto so good, I'm going to take another sip. Carrillo, you know, the loser, Humberto, who occupies the letter L in the alphabet. How many of you are fathers, mothers maybe, even watching the show, sending your children to school? And whether or not you're sending them to an institution or you're homeschooling and you're teaching them the alphabet at a very young age, right? And you start singing along, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, Humberto! And you see his fucking face right there on the fucking diagram you're showing your daughter, right? Look, honey, the letter L. And then she questions you, oh, but Daddy, well, why is there no letter L? That's not what I seen on Sesame Street, man. No, but honey, that's Humberto. He's occupied the letter L for quite some time now. So when you look at the alphabet, all you're going to see is Humberto Carrillo and his dimples. Simple. That's the good old letter L. Maybe they should put him in Sesame Street too, man. He'd be making... He would actually be more over if he was on Sesame Street than he would be on Monday Night Raw. I don't know why Humberto doesn't think of a career change, to be honest with you. But it's Tuesday night somewhere in catering. I'm sure he knows that. Anyway, listen. None of these teams are legit tag teams. Honestly. First of all, Dominik and Humberto. Now, spare me the Humberto has been fighting for the Mysterio family. The guy was taken out. He's been off TV for, 2.5 months now? Give me a fucking break with that one. Seriously. And what is Humberto going to do to aid Dominik Mysterio? Dominik is more over in fucking 2 weeks than Humberto has been in 3 years. So I don't know how you expect Humberto to help out Dominik. Dominik is actually getting Humberto more over. Seriously, that's how far Humberto Carrillo has fallen in WWE. Not a legit tag team. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, I don't give a fuck if they're part of the same group or not. They're not a legit tag team. And we've seen the Profits versus Rollins and Murphy 4 different times between the Royal Rumble and the February Saudi show, which I do believe that match actually took place on the February Saudi show. So I don't know why you would go with Rollins and Buddy Murphy again in a rehash tag team title match. But here we are. It's Monday Night Raw. Then we got Angel Garza and Andrade, Cien Almas. Now, last week, these guys were on the splits. Last week, these guys were about to break up. I thought they had kind of separated them as far as that story goes. They pulled Zelina Vega away from them. But now I guess WWE is going to keep them back together because they realize they have no fucking tag teams on this show. It doesn't matter who wins at the pay-per-view. Profits, Andrade, Garza, it doesn't matter. Because no matter who comes out of that, here's a fucking clue, Bruce. I'm not sure if you realize this. No matter who comes out of that tag team title match at Clash of Champions, there'll be no competition for the winning team. Because there are no other tag teams on the show. The Viking Raiders are injured. Or at least Ivar is. Eric, I feel sorry for fucking Eric of the Viking Raiders. Now you got no tag team. The tag team division sucked with the Viking Raiders there. Now you have no Viking Raiders. So what exactly are you going to do? WWE could have spared us the trials and tribulations here. I've been expressing this for 4 fucking years now, Bruce. I don't know why you wouldn't listen to me. I know better than you do. Merge the fucking divisions. I'm tired of seeing this shit. From WrestleMania, we've been seeing this match. I don't know why anybody is excited about this match happening on Sunday when we've seen it the last fucking 36 weeks of WWE television. I don't really understand it. All you had to do was one very simple thing, Bruce. You had the Street Profits and Cesaro and Nakamura on Monday Night Raw. What happened there? What happened there? You could have easily went with a fuck finish there. A draw of some sort. You could have went for something that leads to another match on SmackDown. Listen, the Profits got the win. Quite foolish that you invited the SmackDown Tag Team Champions to Monday Night Raw to lose clean, but then you could have booked that match on SmackDown. You could have had Cesaro and Nakamura get their win back. Now, I don't advocate for fuck finishes. I don't advocate for 50-50 booking, but at least this would have made sense. I would have been okay with it if the end result was merging the tag team divisions. Nakamura and Cesaro could have wrestled again. The Profits on SmackDown got their win back. Now we're tied 1-1. Now you make the match at pay-per-view on Sunday, and you make it a unification match. What is the need for 2 tag team championships? Someone, please, reach into my DMs and express why there is a need for 2 tag team championships. There is none. There is none. WWE had fucked up. Now we're getting Garza and Andrade again. Again. Man, oh man. And why are they a pair? Why are any of these teams a pair? Rollins and Murphy, they're in the same group. Dominik and Humberto. Because Humberto helped the Mysterio family. And Garza and Andrade, they're not really a tag team. They're 2 singles guys paired together because they're Mexican. There, I said it. That's what WWE thinks. And by the looks of their outfits tonight, it looked like Dominik and Angel Garza should have been a pair that had the same color, fucking highlighter marker color, green, on their outfits. They were wearing the same fucking color. Andrade was wearing red. Garza was wearing green. They couldn't look further than a tag team. But Humberto teamed with Dominik. It looked like Dominik should be teaming with Garza with the fucking color coordination. Garza and Andrade win. Apparently, now I think they are on the same page, Gus. Now they're trying to win without Zelina. Great. Great. You couldn't win with her. You're not going to win without her. And what happens when you do? Absolutely nothing. Retribution spoke about her business deciding to bend at the knee of WWE instead of helping their cause. He said they used WWE payoffs to purchase their $1,000 suits. He called them greedy and said they will have a match with them later and pay them in retribution. Ooh. Oh, man. I can't wait. Check the chat, man. 1839 in the chat right now. 587 likes, man. Let's get that like ratio up. Super chats are open, by the way. We'll take some super chats at the end of the show. Hoot Media. My analyst, Hoot Media in the chat. Hoot Media are, I don't even know why I'm asking. I know the answer already, Hoot Media. Hoot Media, are we number 1? Are we number 1, man? Let's check it before we move on. Got Kevin Owens and the KO show coming up. He welcomed Shane McMahon to the KO show. Oh, Hoot Media. There you are. Of course, you're number 1 by over 1,000 people. Also, people are saying Dijakovic is really T-Bone. T-Bone, T-Bar. Whatever. I don't even, who the fuck cares? That's even worse than Mace. That's even worse than Mace for Dominik Dijakovic. Unbelievable. Anyway. Kevin Owens welcomed Shane McMahon as his guest. He sat in a chair, and apparently Shane helped pay for this set tonight. He had to mention it. Kevin Owens, man, there was a report about Kevin Owens being legitimately frustrated with WWE Creative on Monday Night Raw. I can see why. They have him in a feud with Aleister Black, who's fucking great. Guy's wearing a goddamn eye patch, playing a Metal Gear Solid cosplay on Monday night. And Kevin Owens, he's doing KO shows. He's doing everything but being the type of performer I know he could be on WWE television, man. But whatever pays the bills, whatever keeps his family happy, whatever the case may be, man. I know he's legit frustrated. Just look at what they got him doing. Shane says he suspects KO has an agenda. KO said Their past, trying to destroy each other, is under the bridge now. It's water under the bridge. KO says he's a McMahon, thus a promoter at heart. He told him to take it away. Shane thanked him, and he talked up Dominik and his size. So KO says he wanted Shane to come to the KO show because he figured Dominik wouldn't be far behind. He said he remembers what Dominik did to him 2 weeks ago. He said he knows he's the new kid and doesn't know how things work around here. Oh, Dominik doesn't know how things work around here, man. Neither does the people that write this show. Dominik probably has a better idea of what to do than most of the fucking people writing this show. So he said they're going to battle at some point. He slapped him. Shane stepped in front of Dominik to try and keep him from lunging at Kevin Owens. KO then said Braun was on his way out. And then Braun Strowman entered the ring. Looks like he came from the fucking forest of, wood. He's got gloves on. He's got the camouflage pants. He looks like he's, all you need to give him is a fucking axe and have him go to work cutting down trees. That's what Braun Strowman's new look is, man. A huntsman, a fucking forestman. I don't know whether he's going to hunt deer or get in the ring and wrestle. But apparently this is the new change to Braun Strowman. Braun entered the ring. Shane said this fight is happening later at the underground in the back. Not there in the ring where it should be, to be quite honest with you. They had to stare down and started yelling at each other. Shane said, we all want to see it, but not right now. Then all of a sudden, Aleister Black pulls his best solid snake. I don't know where the fuck he came from. Apparently, he showed up hidden in a cardboard box. All we needed was the fucking exclamation point and the sound effect to go off in Metal Gear Solid when you get caught, and Aleister Black would have been caught on Monday night. Showed up. He dragged Kevin Owens out from underneath the ring and crotched him in between the turnbuckle. Or in between the steel post. And that was it. That was it. Aleister Black, man. What a change. What a change for Aleister Black, man. Let's give him a legitimate black contact lens. And let's give him an eye patch. Arr! Captain Aleister Black. Arr! My barrels of rum. Arr. And we got Pirate Rollins and we got Pirate fucking Aleister Black, man. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. It pains me to see how Aleister Black has fallen, man. Really. Seriously. How you fucked this guy up, I have no fucking idea, man. I don't really have any idea how you fucked up Aleister Black. Guy was a must-see act in NXT, and now he is get off my TV worthy. And I hate that I said that. I hate that I uttered those words here on the show. Anyway, Charlie Caruso was backstage. She interviewed Drew McIntyre. And she asked if he had any concern about competing with a fractured jaw. He said he gets that the fight last week with Lee was business and not personal. He said if you're in WWE, you should want the title he has. He said he and Lee will laugh about it over drinks someday. But for now, they're going to beat the hell out of each other. We had Retribution in the back. They were attacking Titus O'Neil and Humberto Carrillo. Apparently, they were not pleased with the menu tonight. They were not pleased with Titus's menu tonight. Apparently, Dijakovic wanted grilled chicken. But Titus had some fucking lemon-crusted fucking gourmet chicken in catering tonight. He wanted asparagus. He got green beans. He took it out on Titus, bro, seriously. And then Humberto thought it was Taco Tuesday, so they beat him up anyway. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come back tomorrow. That was that. Moving on. Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee started at the 9 o'clock hour because NFL football on Monday night. Yeah, T-Bone was on the menu. Yeah, McSpeed in the chat. T-Bar wanted T-Bone on the menu, so he got pissed. He got pissed, man. Jesus Christ. Well, this company is a joke, man. This company is a complete joke. Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. This went 12 minutes. Now, I think Keith Lee is great. I do. WWE fucked him, but he's great. I've sang Drew McIntyre's praises for months now. I think he is legit. He deserves the opportunity to lead the company. I think he's done a great job as WWE champion. But I don't know if I'm the only one, man. I did not enjoy last week's match. I didn't enjoy this week's match. There's just something about the clash of styles here that does not mesh well. Am I the only one who thought that? Seriously. Now, you would figure with Drew McIntyre being 6'5", 6'6", 265 pounds, that he would have a great match with somebody like Keith Lee. That they would put on a barn burner of a match and a future WWE title opportunity program here between these two. It was not good. It was not good. Drew McIntyre is no Dominik Dijakovic. And it goes to show you how good Dominik Dijakovic really is. Because what he did with Keith Lee at TakeOver Portland, man, holy shit. I'm expecting something like that. I'm expecting Drew McIntyre to bring out that Keith Lee. I don't know what WWE is doing to Keith Lee, man, but he does not feel special at all. I don't know if it was just the methodical, slow style that these guys work. That's two big guys. Drew McIntyre can do more than what he did tonight against Keith Lee. Keith Lee can definitely do more than he did tonight against Drew McIntyre. We've seen it. We've seen it against an Adam Cole. We've seen it against a Dominik Dijakovic. We've seen it against a Damian Priest. But this was fucking boring. This was really boring tonight, man. Now, this went to a no contest. Why? Because neither guy can lose. Neither guy can lose. Keith Lee can't lose. Can't give him a clean loss. Drew McIntyre can't lose because he's got a championship match. He's defending his title on Sunday against Randy Orton. He can't lose. So WWE booked this match last week with the same outcome. Who wins? WWE booked this match again because they're boring and they have no creative fucking ideas whatsoever with the same logical outcome of there not being a winner. Here's a fucking clue, Bruce. If you can't come up with a fucking decisive winner here, maybe you don't book the match. Maybe you don't book this match to happen. Because we certainly didn't need it. And now what does Keith Lee get for his efforts? Absolutely nothing. Another no contest, another non-finish, and no spot on the pay-per-view Sunday. Great. Great. It's great to beat Keith Lee on Monday Night Raw, man. He's probably begging. He's probably talking to his wife right now as they ride home, wishing he was back in NXT. Lee dominated for a couple of minutes. He went for a spirit bomb. Drew broke free, landed a Claymore. Randy Orton came in and attacked Drew from behind with a steel chair, and that led to the no contest. Orton grabbed the chair against Drew's throat, and then he turned and gave Lee a punt kick. So I guess that keeps him off the pay-per-view, but clearly it did him no favors. So Keith Lee, folks, Keith Lee, where does he go from here? Where does he go from here? Well, I got news. I got news on Randy Orton and Keith Lee. Actually, Randy Orton, Keith Lee, and Drew McIntyre for the pay-per-view on Sunday. Now, apparently, this is a spoiler. I'm sure you guys don't give a shit. This is coming from Sportskeeda. Take it with an incredible, small grain of salt. Now, Meltzer claimed that Orton at the pay-per-view more than likely will be victorious. Sportskeeda is just simply reporting Dave Meltzer. Take it, even if it's Meltzer, take it with a grain of salt. He doesn't get everything right. But WWE apparently will be giving Randy Orton a victory at Clash of Champions, and that appears likely for a variety of reasons. Meltzer explained that an ambulance match, which is the stipulation at the pay-per-view Sunday, is almost a lock for a fluke finish. As such, WWE can essentially protect McIntyre by having him drop the title without taking a pinfall loss. Meltzer also noted that Orton has lost 2 consecutive pay-per-view matches against McIntyre at SummerSlam and against Keith Lee at Payback. It wouldn't make sense for Randy Orton to go into another pay-per-view and lose clean and lose again. Finally, Meltzer added that there have been discussions regarding Orton versus Edge and a match at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. So, of course, a victory for Orton at Clash of Champions could mark the starting point of the build-up to that match when Edge is cleared to return. Now, Meltzer isn't outright stating that Orton is going to win the championship. He's just giving you reasons as to why it could very well happen. Even that, he said that. And even if that's the plan, WWE could always make a last-minute call, like you know they always do. Vince is notorious for last-minute changes, and have McIntyre win and retain the title. We'll just have to see how it plays out on Sunday's pay-per-view. Even if Orton loses at Clash of Champions, there's still plenty of time for WWE to put the title in his possession. McIntyre has accomplished literally everything here as WWE champion. He's had a great run, in my honest opinion. Hell in a Cell is coming up, and WWE could really take this feud into Hell in a Cell like it was being reported. McIntyre could win. Randy Orton could vouch for another championship match at Hell in a Cell. That would be the conclusion to this, and he could win it there. You could look at it both ways. Yes, Randy Orton could take the title from Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre wouldn't have to be pinned clean for the WWE Championship loss. But that could be said as well for Randy Orton. Randy Orton, could be thrown in the ambulance, and you could have him lose the match, and it wouldn't be a pinfall loss for Randy Orton because it's a stipulation, and that stipulation is going to protect either one of those guys. It just doesn't have to be Drew McIntyre. It doesn't have to be one-sided. So, yeah, I could see where Meltzer's coming from, but you could definitely play both sides of the field for Orton and McIntyre in that situation. I would just take the title off Drew McIntyre at this point anyway. You know Randy Orton's getting that championship eventually. He's not in this to not win the title. It's just gone on far too long for him not to win the title. He's going to get the title eventually. He will be defending that title against Edge, and whatever we have happen there, we'll worry about it and cross that bridge when we get there. Because I'm not really too keen on Edge being as injury-prone as he is, and how old he is. Nobody knows in that company if you can trust him or not to play that role as WWE champion. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I'm not too keen on him being a WWE champion for long anyway. It makes a good story for him to finally get the win over Randy Orton and have it be a WWE title. But what do you do after that? Maybe like you said, you guys want to see Undisputed Era on the main roster. Maybe that is a signal for Adam Cole to get called up. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's the spoiler there for Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view. Moving on here, man. They replayed Keith Lee attacking Drew McIntyre, or actually Randy Orton attacking Drew McIntyre with the chair. And they said a medical team was examining Drew now and his injured jaw. Then Orton did the promo right before the pay-per-view. Shame on anyone who doubted he'd not make it to Clash of Champions on Sunday. Said his track record should speak for itself. He said in the last 20 years, he's never walked away from a world title match, and he doesn't plan anytime soon. He said the world title match at Clash isn't exactly the normal world title match. He looked over at the ambulance, walked over to the ambulance that was parked inside the Thunderdome. He talked for a few more minutes about the ambulance stipulation, his past victims, and how he plans to flatline Drew McIntyre at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view. Typical Randy Orton promo. Very good. Not surprised. It's one of the best ever. It is what it is. The final sell for the ambulance match and the WWE title match between him and Drew McIntyre at the pay-per-view on Sunday. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Asuka backstage. She asked who she feels is a bigger risk to her title, Mickie James or Zelina Vega. Clearly, the answer is neither one of them, because neither one of them will ever be a risk to Asuka's title reign. And that is the reality of the situation. Billie Kay interrupted an ex for a title match because title matches are just being handed out to losers nowadays. Peyton Royce stepped in and asked for a title match as well. Schreiber asked if they are still friends. Kay says, yes, we may not be a team Thank Christ. But we will always have each other's back. Royce said things do change, though. She said just because Asuka is the current Raw Women's Champion doesn't mean she'll still be the Raw Women's Champion after the pay-per-view on Sunday. Asuka said no one is ready for her. She said tonight she is ready for Peyton Royce. She laughed and then danced away, did Asuka. Great. Asuka danced away to Peyton Royce. That is something I do as well. Dance away from Peyton Royce because nobody wants to be in the presence of Peyton Royce or Billie Kay. So Mickie James was interviewed as well. Mickie said last week she did not give up and she will never give up, especially when it comes to the Raw Women's Championship. She said Zelina has to back up all of her trash talk and sass because she's dealing with a real champion this week. So then we go to Zelina Vega and Mickie James, man. We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about the controversial finish for Mickie James last week. Mickie said, don't give up on her. Don't give up on her, man. I want you to give up on whatever you're shaving with right now, man. Honestly. I want you guys to give up on those other guys because clearly they're doing a terrible job at it. If you guys are not using Harry's, man, I don't know what the hell you're doing as far as your shaving needs. If you ain't using Harry's, you're doing it all wrong. Harry's just came out with their sharpest blades ever. Sharpest blades ever. I'm telling you, man, these things are absolutely phenomenal. $2 each. Their newer, sharper blades are still as low as $2 each, man. Harry's is not charging you more for their product improvements like those other guys. I love Harry's shave, man. I've been using Harry's for like 3.5 years, 4 years now. Found out about it from my dad. Never cut myself. I love their shave gel. It smells great. It's got aloe. It hydrates your skin. The blade never seems to dull, for me anyway. I think it's great. The glide of blade on my skin, man, absolutely great. And the prices for their products are phenomenal. They are the AJ Styles of men's shaving needs, man. New customers can redeem their trial offer today by going to harrys.com/script. These blades are so sharp that they did a study with guys shaving 4 times a week. The guys reported that with Harry's new blades, their 8th shave was as sharp as their first. Harry's owns their own German blade factory that's been honing razor blades for over 100 years. They source their steel from Sweden, and they own their manufacturing process from R&D to the factory floor. This allows them to keep the prices as low as they are. 100% quality guarantee on all Harry's products, and their blades are delivered directly to your door on your schedule with or without a subscription. If you guys sign up using harrys.com/script, man, you're going to redeem the trial set and get a 5-blade razor with their new, sharper blades, a weighted handle, foaming shave gel with aloe, and a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry and easy on the go. If this sounds great to you, man, redeem it today and get it courtesy of the podcast, harrys.com/script. Get your trial offer today and start shaving better today with Harry's. I wish the WWE would start booking the women's division better. Honestly. They need to do something, man. Zelina Vega versus Mickie James. This was not good at all. I don't know what it is with Mickie James as of late. Not really impressive. And Zelina Vega, she's better as a manager than she is as an in-ring performer. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. But after last week's podcast, I said something that maybe I shouldn't have said. She blocked me on social media because I said Zelina Vega shouldn't be in a world championship situation for the Raw Women's Championship. And she shouldn't. She hasn't won a match all year. Don't blame me. Don't kill the messenger. Blame Bruce and WWE Creative. You haven't won a match all year. Now WWE wants her to beat Mickie James, and they want me to believe that Zelina Vega can be in the ring with Asuka. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Now, can Asuka bring Zelina Vega to a good match? Probably. Will it be egregious? Probably not. It's not going to be terribly good. It's not going to be something I'm going to go back and watch. It's not going to be something on Sunday's show when I'm here live, sitting in this very chair, that I'm going to say, oh man, that was a great match. I'm not going to say that. Not going to say that. Because illogical booking conquers all. Zelina Vega does not belong in a championship situation because she's won one match. You do not reward somebody who won one match all year a Raw Women's Championship. That defeats the purpose. All that shows me and everybody else watching the show is how terrible the Raw Women's division really is. And WWE had an ample opportunity to capitalize on this and really make up for the botch that the referee had on last week's show with Mickie James and Asuka. All they had to do was come out and have Mickie James win this match, get another match against Asuka, and then maybe book Mickie James and Asuka away from this. They booked this going into the pay-per-view, then they booked Zelina Vega and Asuka going into Hell in a Cell. Because I don't know who's going to watch Zelina Vega and care about Zelina Vega in 1 week worth of build. So again, WWE got it wrong. So they gave Zelina Vega a win over Mickie James in 3 minutes to earn a Raw Women's Championship match at Clash of Champions that she doesn't deserve. What did I say that was so wrong? I am for logical booking. I don't give a shit what you do or who you are. What I see is what I see on television. You've done nothing. That does not mean you get a championship match. I'm sorry. Move on to the next one. Asuka should be off television, and WWE's main priority is to find Asuka an opponent worthy of being in the ring with her. Right now, we have nobody on Monday Night Raw. And the fucked up thing is, WWE had a ready and made feud with Shayna Baszler and Asuka waiting to happen. That's the fucked up thing. Now, granted, Shayna Baszler's a Raw women's tag team champion on Raw. She's teamed with Nia Jax, of all fucking people. But she's only a tag team champion because they needed something for Nia Jax to do. But what they did was bypass a ready-made classic feud with Shayna Baszler and Asuka for what Asuka is doing now. So they've done nothing but harm themselves and harm the women's division because they had to cater to Nia Jax. That's the reality of the situation, folks. So when you look at Sunday's pay-per-view match and realize what it could have been, I don't see how anybody could get excited. 3 minutes. Vega wins in 3 minutes. We've seen a vignette for Bianca Belair. She is the EST of NXT. The EST of WWE. She was lifting weights. She was outlifting a guy in the gym inside the Performance Center. I don't know who this geek was. You can't outdo me, she said. She was flinging her braid around. I'm glad she's got TV time, okay? But I don't know how this is supposed to get her over. This is not breaking new ground here with Bianca Belair. This is everything we already know about her. Now you're doing this. She made her debut after WrestleMania on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. And now you are just getting to doing these type of vignettes for Bianca Belair. It's fucking October. Now, spare me. Spare me the excitement. This is already common knowledge when it comes to Bianca Belair. WWE's got to do better. Get this woman on TV and get her in a priority role. This is the leader of your women's division. She could be the leader of the entire fucking company if she wants to. Get her in a priority role. I'm tired of having talent like this wasted and not on my TV. Anyway, 24/7 title. I don't know who the fuck still finds this shit to be funny. I don't know why this is on the show. I mean, it's like clockwork with these people, man. Every show, you know exactly what is coming. You're going to get a women's match or two that is just fucking awful. You're going to get a 24/7 title segment with R-Truth. You're going to see some form of Tozawa and the Ninjas every single show. And then they want to know why their ratings are falling year over year. Shit like this. So R-Truth was on a beach. Tozawa and a ninja referee stood there on the beach. Tozawa led the referee into the ocean to find Truth. Truth was shown walking by the beach on a windy day. He then saw a shark fin. He yelled, "Shark!" Truth dropped his 24/7 title belt. And then we see 20 minutes later show up on the screen. Truth was in a snorkel, and he went looking for the belt. If they could find Nemo, I could find my baby. He saw the shark fin again and yelled for everyone to get out of the water. And he found his belt when it washed ashore. He held up a scuba outfit that he assumed was Tozawa's for some reason. I don't know. Apparently somebody in WWE said, fuck the company, I just want a day at the beach. Let me go film R-Truth and the Ninjas on the beach somewhere, and you'll get your 24/7 title segment. Simple. They wanted a day away from the office, and they wanted a day at the beach. Egregious fucking trash. Get it off my show. Why? I mean this in all sincerity. Why is this still on the show? Does anybody find this funny? I mean, the title is... retire the fucking title with R-Truth. Akira Tozawa is being fucking wasted. Seriously. A guy with his amount of talent is in a ninja outfit chasing a title that will never matter in W. It's not even funny. I haven't laughed at R-Truth in this role since the first day with the title. Honestly. It is absolutely just embarrassing. And people want to know why nobody's watching Monday Night Raw. I feel ashamed knowing that my friends know I watch this shit because of this type of segment. Cedric Alexander and MVP made their way to the ring. MVP said Retribution will be in a 6-man tag later against Retribution. And they'll find out why they're called the Hurt Business. He said they can call themselves judge and jury, but the Hurt Business are the executioners. Cedric said they should expect back tenfold what they did to the Hurt Business. He said Cruz will pay for using him months ago to get himself title shots. He said he doesn't care about Apollo or Apollo's kids. So we got Cedric versus Apollo Cruz. Cruz wins in 6 minutes. And Cruz rolled up Cedric for the win here. I was going to complain that Cedric lost. Because it's very counterproductive that Cedric would lose. But I guess they got to give Ricochet and Apollo, the good guys here, a win at some point. But with Cruz winning in 6 minutes, beating Cedric, it really didn't look all that bad. It did, but it kind of didn't. Because after the match, they had attacked Ricochet and Apollo Cruz and left them just laying there on the ramp after the match was over. So it's not like they lost and we cut immediately to the next segment. They lost and then they beat the shit out of them at the end of the match. Because Ricochet clearly interfered in this thing and he caused a minor distraction here and that was it. Cedric rolled up, or rather Cruz rolled up Cedric for the win and that was it. Delbert Kato versus Braun Strowman was coming up. But first we got Dolph Ziggler versus Arturo Ruas in the Raw Underground match. And Ziggler yanked on Ruas's mouthpiece to force a break of his submission hold. Then he applied a sleeper. And Dolph Ziggler beats somebody with legit MMA fighting background. Awesome. And they're really hyping Dolph Ziggler up in this fucking Raw Underground. Arturo Ruas, no matter if Dolph Ziggler is an amateur wrestler or not at Kent State, Arturo Ruas, he looks like he'll fucking rip the flesh off of anybody in Raw Underground. Really. You don't want to fuck with a guy like Arturo. Give me a break. He taps him out for a victory sleeper hold. Shane tried to ask Braun a question. Braun yelled that he didn't want to talk to him. Then we got Brianna Brandy. Brianna Brandy. She took the microphone. I guess she's the new interviewer for Raw Underground. Couldn't come up with a different name. Brianna Brandy. Give me a break. Took the microphone and asked Braun what they would expect from him this week. Braun yelled that he wants their best fighter and he better have dental insurance. Yeah, let me call Britt Baker. Sure, she knows what to fucking do. He said if Shane wants some, he can get next. I got news on Shane. Will Shane McMahon ever wrestle again? This was in the news. He was on After the Bell with Clown Graves. Shane McMahon said, never say never about another match in WWE. He's 50 years old right now, and it's all about spotlighting new superstars and not himself. Wow. A McMahon with a brain. Who would have thought? So we spoke to Shane McMahon. He said, never say never. I'll say that. It's not about me right now. It's about developing new talent or talent that is here and giving them a platform. If I can help out and have a good showcase with an up-and-coming talent, I'd love to be able to do that, or an existing one, or what have you. It just needs to be, again, follow a good story and an emotional story, then how you would pull it off physically. I still got a few left in me. Uh-oh. There you go, folks. He's got a few left in him. So Shane McMahon could be in a wrestling ring near you in the future. I don't want to see it. But it was in the news. And I figured I'd tell you guys here, talking about his Raw Underground, Shane McMahon. Never mind Raw Underground. Shane McMahon's got a few matches left in him, man. So we still have possible WrestleMania matches coming up with Shane McMahon in the near future. Seth Rollins made his way to the ring. He thought he was through with the Mysterio family. So did I. But they won't go away. He said he noticed a photo of the Mysterio family on WWE.com. Now, I don't know who's visiting WWE.com. Only the biggest geeks use WWE.com as a legit news source. He said he noticed Rey is shorter than Dominik, and something isn't right. He said he had some people run a test, and he has the results. He called out Rey and his family to the stage. Rey walked out with his wife, Angie, Dominik, and Aaliyah, his daughter. Seth said his family deserves the truth because in the envelope are the results of a DNA test. He said it's time to get to the bottom of whether Rey is actually Dominik's father. Rey reacted. Seth interrupted and said they deserve the truth. He pulled out the sheet of this envelope, or in this envelope, and he said the results are conclusive, and Rey is not Dominik's father. He started laughing. Rey asked if Seth really brought him out here for this. He said it's time for him to stop running his family's name through the mud. Seth said maybe he made a mistake. He said maybe it's not Dominik who isn't Rey's son. Maybe it's Aaliyah who isn't his daughter. Seth said he actually had some concrete evidence to back it up. Then they showed her checking on Murphy as she entered the ring. And Phillips said on commentary, this was a curious moment. Seth said what she did last week didn't seem like something Rey's daughter would do. Rey said he already talked with Aaliyah about it, and it's not his business. He told Seth to keep his daughter's name out of his dirty mouth. He said she's just 19 and is naive and knows nothing about our world. She was upset with Rey for that and left the stage. Rey's wife went to leave as well to go check on her. Dominik had a few words with Rey, so apparently now everybody's upset with Rey Mysterio. Rey then returned to the back. Dominik stared down Seth and then left. Seth insincerely gave an apology. He said he just came out there to provide information and not drive a wedge in the family. He said it could happen to any family, though. He looked at the camera and said it's probably happened to some of their families. He apologized, put the microphone down, and left. And Seth was obviously insincere and showed a half smile with a grin as he walked away. This is the feud that will never end, folks. WWE is dipping into their bag of fucking rinse and repeat. Oh my God, Rey isn't really the father of his fucking children. Oh my God, Angie slept around. It's the same old shit. Dominik is not Rey's son. Aaliyah is not Rey's daughter. Angie's a fucking whore. I get it. This is Bruce Pritchard this is Bruce written all over it. This is WWE pushing the envelope legitimately. This is WWE thinking they're risque. All this is, folks, I swear on my grandfather's tomb, all this is WWE absolutely fucking clueless as to what to do with Rey Mysterio, Dominik Mysterio, and Seth Rollins. So much so that they have no idea who to feud any of these people with but themselves. And they needed a way to continue this storyline. And they went and did the "Is Rey Mysterio really the father of his children?" angle now with Seth Rollins. My God, man, when I say creatively bankrupt, I mean it in every sense of the word. These people are fucking creatively bankrupt. That's it. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Yes, thank you, Bruce. Thank you for dipping into the fucking Eddie Guerrero bag of tricks here. It's not going to work in 2020. I don't want to see it anymore. This is the feud that will not die. This shit should have ended 2 months ago. This shit should have ended at Payback. And here we are, Dominik and Mysterio fucking battling Seth Rollins. It's Dominik and Seth in a singles match, trying to get a WWE Championship match at the pay-per-view. Then it's Dominik and Seth in a steel cage. Then it's Buddy Murphy versus Dominik. Then it's Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins teaming up to face Humberto and Dominik. When is it going to end? When? WWE's going to drag this shit out till fucking WrestleMania next year. This is undoubtedly going inside Hell in a Cell. No question. WWE is going to put Sasha and Bayley, we all know, inside Hell in a Cell. I could see this going inside Hell in a Cell. Just because WWE needs something for that pay-per-view. And that's all they're doing. They came up with this because they have nothing else. And they need it to continue. I am over it. I'm done. I don't want to see Mysterio and Rollins anymore in this lifetime and in my next lifetime. I'm done. Move them on to something else and do something that you've been paid to do, and that's creatively right. I'm sorry that you can't handle that. WWE Creative and Bruce Pritchard. What a joke. What an absolute fucking joke. Nobody is interested. In fact, people are now laughing over the fact that WWE dipped into the Eddie Guerrero storyline with Rey, and now they're playing it off with Seth Rollins. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus Lana and Natalya again. This match went 1 minute. Baszler and Jax win. Baszler made Lana tap quickly. After the match, Jax and Baszler went after Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, who were sitting on commentary. Jax gave Lana a Samoan drop through the announce table as the Riott Squad watched. Great. I'm so excited for this tag team match. I feel like the tag team title match should be Lana and Natalya versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. What the fuck do the Riott Squad have to do with it? Oh, but they beat the Iconics. I swear to Christ, I swear, this match should be Lana and Natalya versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler at the pay-per-view. Certainly seems like it. But it has nothing to do with Miro, right? Lana being Samoan dropped through the table twice in 2 weeks has absolutely nothing to do with Miro, right? I want to see the geeks try and defend this one. You can't. Lana is going to be in for a very long 5 years. That woman will be buried at every opportunity Bruce Pritchard gets. Rey apologized to Aaliyah. She said she can speak for herself. Rey says he doesn't want Seth to get into her head. She said she came to WWE to protect Dominik. She said with everything that's happened to them, it's too much for a naive 19-year-old girl like me to understand. Back to Raw Underground. Riddick Moss versus Eric of the Viking Raiders. Riddick Moss knocked out Eric from the Viking Raiders. Man, I would hate to be Eric, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I would hate to be Eric. Ivar is out because of WWE's negligence, and now he's got nothing but Raw Underground, and he's losing to Riddick Moss. Great. So that's that. Dalba Kato was interviewed by Brianna Brandy. Sounds like she should be selling fucking liquor. Or being a shot girl somewhere. Does Raw Underground need a shot girl? Brianna Brandy. Who the fuck comes up with these names? Dalba Kato. I liked what Dalba Kato said here. He stared at her and she was intimidated. She backed away. Shane asked what they could expect, so he took the microphone and interviewed Dalba Kato. He said, talk is cheap, so tonight everyone will see what he is about. Asuka made her way to the ring for a match against Peyton Royce. She wins in 2 minutes via DQ because Zelina Vega attacked Asuka, and I am to believe Zelina Vega gets a title shot because of winning a match against Mickie James tonight and attacking Asuka at the end of the show. Oh, man. I never seen somebody do so little and get a championship match. Oh, wait, WWE usually gives championship matches to people that are losers anyway, so she fits right in. Asuka wins via DQ. I'll tell you what, though. Zelina Vega is much better than Peyton Royce and Billie Kay combined. Hopefully, Asuka could bring her to a good match. Buddy Murphy approached Aaliyah and said if he's done anything to hurt her in the past, he is incredibly sorry. And she looked at him and seemed very receptive of the apology. Dalba Kato and Braun Strowman in Raw Underground, they were slugging each other at the start of this match. Braun went for a rear naked choke a minute in. Shane said they've never seen that out of Braun before. Oh yeah, he pulled out a new move in his arsenal that he'll never use ever again. Dalba Kato escaped, and they rolled to the floor. Back in the ring seconds later, Braun took Kato down with punches to the jaw and then grounded and pounded him with a barrage of punches. The referee stopped the fight. Braun stood over him and ripped off his t-shirt and threw it into the crowd. And that was it. But I don't know what this exactly did. What did this accomplish? Isn't Raw Underground supposed to be about utilizing and putting over new talent? But Dalba Kato got knocked out by Braun Strowman. Yet Dalba Kato is just about the same size as Braun Strowman. Yet you opted to go with Braun Strowman knocking out a new superstar in Dalba Kato. What exactly did this accomplish? Now, Braun Strowman seems like a tough guy. The similar tactic that WWE has used with Braun Strowman in the past, he ends up looking strong, he wins a title, he's in a major program, he loses. They don't know what to do with him because he's a one-trick pony. Ooh-hee! You know? So he shows up on Raw Underground to get some of his mojo back. He beats the one guy on Raw Underground that they built this entire fucking thing around. What's the point? What's the point? Was Raw Underground built to get Braun Strowman over? Or was Raw Underground built to get new talent over? I'm failing to see the concept here. An absolute waste of fucking time. But this is WWE Monday Night Raw. I am not surprised. Retribution. They made their way without any entrance music. And they came from the timekeeper's side. All the screens turned black. Retribution logo all over the Thunderdome. The Hurt Business came out. Slapjack, T-Bar, and Mace. I don't know who the fuck T-Bar and Mace is. Whatever the case. The names are terrible. The names are terrible. I think you guys got all my rant in the beginning. The names are terrible. They will never go anywhere with these types of names, man. I swear to Christ. Seriously, they sound like backup dancers in a fucking hip-hop music video. T-Bar, fucking Mace, Slapjack. You fucking see, yeah, a guy that looks like fucking Casey Jones from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is really gonna get over and go far in WWE, man. Seriously. Lashley tossed Slapjack around, who quickly tagged into Mace, which is Dijakovic. T-Bar then entered and got the best of Cedric. Retribution signed contracts. That was brought up on commentary. Who gave them the contracts? Nobody knows. So Lashley tagged back in. He overpowered Slapjack, the Hurt Lock, got the full Nelson on him. T-Bar then jabbed Lashley in the eye. And the referee called for a disqualification. So Retribution not only is buried on night one, they lose their first match as a group on Monday Night Raw. Great job there, Bruce. Great job there, Bruce. I love it, man. I love it. Man, oh man, you could absolutely say Retribution has been one of the biggest failures in WWE history. Honestly. I don't know how any of this is going to look on Tuesday morning when people realize what the fuck WWE's done. I realize it now. I'm looking at this now as a complete and utter failure. People might think I've overreacted. How do you fuck this up? This just goes to show you that the creative writing on this show is absolutely god-awful. Just look at the names. More of Retribution ran out. They attacked the Hurt Business. They signed more superstars, or they're signed superstars now, Philip says, so they can do this anytime they want. Yes, because Vince McMahon, it makes total sense that Vince McMahon gave these guys contracts for them to cause chaos on his Monday Night Raw. Sure. So then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre led a charge of the WWE locker room into the ring. Humberto Carrillo was out there. The Street Profits was out there. They cleared the ring. So you mean to tell me that WWE and the roster now, 2 months later, finally realized, hey, maybe we should go out there and run down and help these guys. Maybe we should run down and save the show from Retribution growing in numbers. Now, it's going to be October, and you realize this 2 months after they debuted. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So then Randy Orton comes out of nowhere, and amongst all of this melee, he RKO's Drew McIntyre, and the show ended with Randy Orton standing over Drew McIntyre. So Retribution and the Hurt Business got pushed to the side because we absolutely needed one more RKO to sell the pay-per-view on Sunday night. It couldn't have ended with just Retribution and the Hurt Business in the final scene, the final segment on Monday Night Raw, right? I don't really understand how anybody could look at this show and say, man, oh man, WWE hit a home run. This show fucking sucks. In every sense of the word, man. Every single human being associated with this show, male, female, and creative writer alike, should be fucking ashamed that this show is able to air at 3 hours every fucking week, and this is the product that we get. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I hope somebody in WWE is watching me. I want you to replay the fucking opening rant to this goddamn podcast, man. I swear to God, I hate this fucking show. I don't even want to be on here being negative, man. I want to come on here. I want to appreciate the men and women that fucking do this shit. In fact, I do. I feel terrible for the men and women that have to go through this fucking shit and work for these fucking clowns. I do. I swear to God, man, I could write a better show sitting on my fucking toilet, taking a shit after dinner every single night. I would have Monday Night Raw booked for Vince 4 weeks in advance, leading into the next pay-per-view. This show absolutely is god-awful in every sense of the word. How could anybody sit there and say WWE is really doing great? The ratings are in the fucking toilet. The interest in the overall product is absolutely at the lowest it's ever been. And don't blame Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football's down year over year, too. So is WWE. Where's everybody going? It's not COVID. It's not Monday Night Football. It's not the presidential election. It's nothing. Look yourselves in the mirror. Nobody is watching because the creative is fucking egregious. It is god-awful. It is embarrassing. If you watch the show, you would realize that. If you wrote a good television show, then maybe things would be steady even in the middle of what we got going on right now. I watch it simply because I have a job to do. I love doing this show. I hate being negative, but the show forces me to be negative every single fucking week, and there's no godly way I'm coming on here and shilling a WWE product when half the fucking roster's got me blocked because they don't like what the fuck I say. And I'm not going to come on here and be a fucking pussy in the community and pussyfoot around the fucking topics that I know you ain't getting somewhere else. T-Bone, T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack. You could take those fucking names and bury them 6 feet under. Retribution is just like this show. Dead. Dead. Dominik Dijakovic is dead. Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez and Dio Madden are dead on arrival. You killed 5 men and women tonight in one show. That's gotta be an all-time record for this fucking company. You should be ashamed. T-Bone, T-Bar, Mace. You ain't main eventing WrestleMania with anybody named fucking T-Bar. This is a world-class athlete that you just completely stripped down, put a Bane mask on, and you expect people to look at him and think, oh my God, he's a legit badass. They lost their first fucking match. Just like Keith Lee lost his first fucking match. Just like Keith Lee got stripped of everything that he was cool of and with in NXT. Done. You just did that to 5 NXT talent. 5. Unreal. Where's my fucking music, man? Jesus Christ. If you guys came here for the review, man, the review section's over. I don't want to look, I don't want to think, I don't want to breathe this show tonight, man. If you guys came from the review, that's it. Hit that thumbs up. You guys are more than likely gonna get this all week, ranting on this shit. You're more than welcome to stay and hang out, man, but if you came for the review, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, live for Dynamite. Oh, Roman Reigns has me blocked. You fucking kidding me? This Roman Reigns has me blocked, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, if I showed you the fucking list of wrestlers that has me blocked in WWE, man, it's big enough to fucking put... Seriously. It's like a fucking grocery list. Honestly, it's like a fucking grocery list, man. One long-ass grocery list, man. $250 worth of groceries. That's how long the list is. Anyway, man, let's read these super chats. Super chats are open. Popo Jr. with a $10 super chat, man. Stating that Retribution has signed contracts sounds so stupid. So you're signing people to burn down your company. The commentary team looks stupid talking about it. Also, JD, you're the best at what you do. I know I am. I know I am, man. They signed contracts. Who gave them contracts? Who gave them contracts, man? Unbelievable. Jacob Donnelly, $10 super chat. Raw was comically bad tonight. First, we got Bane's henchman running around, and then we got rehashed custody angle from 15 years ago. How much worse can we get? P.S. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, man. Comically bad. It's comically bad every fucking week, bro. Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio needs to end immediately. Look, my best friend just texted me an hour ago. This is WCW Thunder level bad. Bro, we've been watching wrestling since we were fucking children. He became my best friend in high school because we bonded over pro wrestling. And that's his statement to me tonight, man. That's coming from someone who doesn't have a podcast at all. He's just an avid wrestling fan. WCW Thunder level bad. Jacob and Papo, thank you for the super chats, man. JP, $5 super chat. JD, my attempt to perfect a pumpkin spice latte while enjoying a Southern Tier pumpkin is more entertaining than 3 hours of Monday Night Garbage. Bro, you're speaking my language. Pumpkin spice lattes and Southern Tier pumpkin, bro. Speaking my language, man. Good on you, man. Cameron Baker with a $5 super chat. Hey, JD, I skipped most of the show. Retribution sucks. The Hurt Business continues to be awesome, and I'm happy for all 4 men involved. Yes, I am. But you can't give them 5 segments on the goddamn show. Quantity over quality is WWE's MO. The more you parade them around in 5-6 segments a week, they're not going to be as special anymore. Well, that's WWE. They like to take what's good or the best about a show and beat you over the fucking head with it. OMG, those greens, $4.99. Rey should have never resigned because look what happened tonight. That's what they do, man. They lure you in. They sucker you in. And that's what they did to repay Rey Mysterio, man. Rehashing a storyline from 15 years ago. Indigo. $2 super chat. Hey, JD, much respect. Just ordered a hoodie. Appreciate that, brother. That hoodie's going to come in handy, man. It's getting chilly out there. Thank you for the $2, bro. Maximus Sage. $5 super chat. This Raw was truly awful. This was truly rawful, he says. Maybe Bruce needs to stop throwing shade at Heyman and focus on writing a decent show. Jesse just texted me. He said, so they let Sonya Deville walk out on her contract and commitments because she lost a match to Mandy at SummerSlam. Then they hire Retribution after everything that they did. Bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Seriously. Maximus, thank you for the $5, man. Hit the thumbs up, guys. We got to 750 now. The next goal is 1,000. William Sanchez! $5 super chat. Which was worse? This show or the Raw on November 26, 2018? This company makes me feel completely miserable and embarrassed to be a fan. Bro, I have no idea what happened on that show. Listen. I'm gonna say this one just because they butchered 5 up-and-coming NXT talent, dude. Dijakovic is now fucking T-Bar. T-Bar. Jesus Christ, man. Matthew Ryan. $5 super chat. I gave up. There are no tag teams for men and women. Lord help us for Survivor Series. Bro, they might as well cancel a fucking Survivor Series at this point. Seriously. Just cancel it. WWE giving champion versus champion matches away. WWE giving Retribution away tonight on a random edition of Monday Night Raw because NFL. Is it T-Bone or T-Bar? Bro, I don't fucking know. T-Bone? T-Bar? Teacup? T-Bone, T-Bar, Teacup, T-Virus? Whatever, man. I'd rather get the fucking T-Virus than watch somebody get renamed T-Bar. Does the teacup have bleach in it? The real Timo. $5 super T-Bag, yeah. How many different names can we come up with? T-Bag, T-Bone, T-Bar, T-Virus, T-Ball, T-Cell. Fucking idiots. Yeah, T-Bone is in NXT UK. The names reminded me of Dodgeball, Mace, T-Bar, Slapjack, Blazer, and Laser. Bro, it reminds me of the fucking Two Goons. What was that movie with Dane Cook, bro? Waiting? Where he worked at that restaurant Shenanigans? Right? It was with Ryan Reynolds. The two fucking, the two geeks, the two thugs. Wasn't one of them named T-Bone? That's what it reminds me of. Shit like that. Bradley Robinette, $2 super chat. I can't believe the Raiders beat the Saints. Bro, I don't watch football. My Braves beat the Marlins. They're going to the playoffs. EJ, $9.99, man. I knew from my very first mention of Retribution that WWE was going to screw this up. Sure enough, these names are the final nail in the coffin, booking with no direction in sight. Bro, after tonight, not even the group, man. Dominik Dijakovic is dead with that name. This is an instant repackage. And how are you going to explain that? Saeed, $5 Canadian. Retribution now solidified as a discount Slipknot. Also, Bruce recycling a storyline from 15 years ago goes to show you how creatively bankrupt he is. Bruce needs to be fired, bro. Bruce needs to be fired. Gregory Benson with a $4.99. Vince and Bruce both need to be fired from this company. No other words. Raw sucks. Kevin Wedderburn, $5 super chat. WWE, just fire Brother Love now. Bro. I don't know what else more I could say about Bruce Pritchard, bro. Bad Bonzo with a $50 bomb, man. Excited to play some COD Cold War. I don't know if it's possible with my current system, but while I wait on PlayStation, I'll probably shoot you a friend request. I'm starting a wrestling podcast tomorrow morning. I'm following your model. Good luck with that, Bonzo. I appreciate it, man. And yeah, when Cold War comes out, I'll be accepting some friend requests from my Discord family and my Twitch family. Inverted, what's up, brother? 501 super chat. There's no escape now. No one will survive. They're all dead, bro. Floppy disk or floppy I can't. Every time I see your fucking name, I want to say floppy disk. I'm gonna call you floppy disk from now on. Floppy Drisk Dive. $5 super chat. Retribution's new name sounds like knockoff Modern Warfare operators. Yeah, go figure, man. The worst multiplayer game in the entire franchise. Jericho, 8131. $10 super chat. WWE waited over a month to unmask Retribution just to give them clown names and have them look like they shopped in the clearance aisle at Spirit Halloween. All F's in the report card for Retribution. Man, the jokes are going to be... I'm telling you, man, they're going to be the brunt of jokes for weeks to come. Lee Daniel, no message. $5 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Prodigy RKO with a $5 super chat. Imagine naming your stars Slapjack, Mace, and T-Bar or whatever. Retribution are jokes, JD. Bruce Pritchard needs a demotion. Push Cedric Alexander. A demotion? Guy needs to be fucking out of the business. Period. Inverted $2 super chat. Bask in the boring. Bask in his mediocrity on Monday night. Limited Keith Lee. Justin Strippin with a $9.99 super chat. They should change their name from Retribution to Mad Max Movie Era. Mad Max Movie Extra Rejects. I feel bad for the NXT talent in that group because Vince and Bruce have ruined them and turned them into complete jokes. Bro, it's awful. It is absolutely fucking terrible, man. McSpeed with a UK 199. Will Hobbs is going to kill it this Wednesday. I think he'll do good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what Will Hobbs can do. Jesse and I will dissect it on Wednesday night. Hit me with the Aleister Black Game Over sound. FX, do I still have it? Let me see. I don't think I got it. I think I deleted them all, bro. Let me see. Do I still have it on here? I don't think I have it on here anymore, man. I deleted them. I deleted all of my video game sound effects, bro. I don't have it. I might have to re-download it again. Wilhelm Rupenshire. Still one of my favorite names on here, man. $5 Super Chat. WWE is abruptly cut into commercials now because they're syncing up with NFL breaks. When you change channel during break, NFL is on break too. Jesus Christ, man. Worry about your fucking self, please. You're not competing with the NFL. There's no competition for you. Lakefront Studios, $9.99, man. Thanks, JD, for watching this 3-hour garbage show. I don't have to. Also, Lana got buried for the second straight week by a petty and vindictive Vince and Bruce to get back at Miro. Absolutely. Randy Shattle with a $4.99 Super Chat. T-Bar Mason Slapjack. Just unbelievably awful. Seems like everybody has the same opinion, man. I can't wait till the Wrestle Geeks say something great about Retribution. Justin Striplin with a $9.99. I won't be surprised if Vince McMahon ripped up the script and tried to book the show on the fly. That's one of the main reasons why every show has been garbage. Vince and Bruce need to retire. JD23, $5 Super Chat. Raw Underground serves no purpose. Well, not when you have Braun Strowman come on the show and beat the one guy you built the entire fucking show around. Also, WWE's doing nothing with Bianca Belair right now. Having her win the Royal Rumble wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm still going with my creative idea. I doubt WWE's going to do it. Bayley beats Banks inside Hell in a Cell and Sasha wins the Royal Rumble. But if Sasha isn't winning the Royal Rumble and they're doing Sasha versus Bayley now, Bianca wins the Royal Rumble and challenges somebody, whether it's Asuka or Sasha, for the title at WrestleMania. Kling Spazin, $1.99. Why does Roman have you blocked? Why doesn't Roman have me blocked? Why wouldn't Roman have me blocked? Bad Bonzo, $98 with another $5. By December, I'll have that PS5 Christmas. I look forward to playing some COD. Me too, man. Can't wait to play some Cold War. Hopefully they fix what's broken. Cold War needs to be fixed, man. Dead silence. Ninja needs to be silent. I explained this already. When I use Ninja perk, I want to hear no footsteps. It was just as loud as everything else. Kling Spasm with a $1.99. You're my favorite YouTuber. Roman Seth reunion. No. Appreciate that, Spazin. You know, I always hated the term YouTuber. Bro, I'm a content creator. That's what I am. I think YouTuber sounds a little cringe. That's just me. Who's this guy in the chat? You shill. Haste 3 in the chat. Who the fuck are you calling a shill, bro? Are you fucking... What'd you get me mixed up with Wrestle Talk? Fuck out of here, geek. Shill. There's no shills here. Go listen to the fucking first 20 minutes of this podcast and then come tell me to my face I'm a fucking shill. Baku Blader with a $5 super chat. JD makes the week great. I'm 16 and I've grown up on wrestling. It makes me sad to see how the product is now. 04 SmackDown tapes. Here I come. Appreciate that, man. If I can make your week better, I'm doing the right thing. You're 16 years up and you're 16 years old and you grew up on wrestling, man. Continue it. Not this current wrestling. Good wrestling. Watch AEW on Wednesday. Go watch old NXT from 2 years ago. Quintendo 199, just want to say you're the very best, bro. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Majin Styles with a $2 super chat. I'd rather have David Von der Haar take over creative. Bro, I wouldn't trust Von der Haar either. Larry Locke at $5 super chat. Hey, JD, I just turned 20 today. Got any advice for me? Stop growing up. It only gets harder from here. Stay in your 20s. As soon as you turn 21, have a cold Guinness. Believe me. Oh my God, those greens, $2.99. Do you think AEW is the best brand in North America? Absolutely. I mean, who's better than them? Impact? NXT? Raw? Anyway, I'm getting out of here, man. First of all, I gotta put on the right music. Where's my regular music? I gotta get this music off. Yeah. Oh, man. Cling Spasm with another $1.99. Roman and Seth are a heel team with Paul. No. Now, we don't need Seth on SmackDown. We don't need him. Maybe to get him away from Rey Mysterio, maybe. But guys, I'm getting out of here, man. It's 1:30 on the East Coast. I'm tired. I want to have some fucking rainbow cookies that I didn't eat last night that are in my refrigerator, nice and chilled. And I want to watch whatever's on Food Network until I fall asleep. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show, man. Hit that thumbs up. 800 likes. Let's get it to 1,000. I know it'll be... Actually, don't even bother. It'll be over 1,000. As soon as this is uploaded, it'll be over 1,000. But if you guys are in the chat right now and haven't hit the thumbs up, go and hit the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications, man. Check out Harry's, man. If 2 of you signed up, you're doing me a favor. Harrys.com/script. Somebody go and get your new Harry's razors, man. I'm telling you. Go and support the show. Do you love what I do? Huh? Then go and get your Harry's razors. Go and get your masks. Mouthmasker.com/OTS. Go and check out all the other videos that you might have missed. Links are down below. I'll be back with some extras this week. Live streams, you name it, leading to the pay-per-view on Sunday. I'll be here all week, man. Go and get your t-shirts as well. Bonfire.com. Links are down below for the t-shirts as well. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I might be live streaming on Twitch tomorrow. So go and check that out, man. And that's your Monday Night Raw review for another miserable Monday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm going to take my Moscow Mule. And I'm going to take the keys to the Mustang and I'm going to drive with the windows down, bro. And you know how I roll. Windows down. Hat on. A cold breeze blowing in my face. Music turned up to max. The guitar solos blasted on the stereo. And I'll see you guys for AEW, man. See you guys later.